Foggy Brew and Friends. On today's episode, we are going to learn how to explore caves and survive. Seeing that we are first starting out exploring, we won't have diamond swords and enchanted diamond armor, so we will take that off and replace it with more realistic stuff that we would have when we were first learning how to explore. This is my chest in my bedroom where I store everything. Alright, let's go downstairs where I've got a collection of things that we will potentially take with us when we go mining. I like to close my doors. Okay, here's a chest of stuff that we will take with us when we go mining. I've got some leather armor in here, which is what we'll likely have when we first go mining underground. So let's grab that and we'll throw that on. That's better. Got some clothes on now. Alright, what else do we have in the chest that we will take with us when we go exploring? Stone tools, since we won't have any iron yet, well, there is iron on the surface, but not a lot of it, so likely we'll have stone tools as well. I like to organize everything so that it's easier and consistently put things in the same spot so that it's easier for me just to remember where everything is and to quickly cycle between them as I need to use different items. So I like to put my sword to the left and then the pickaxe and then my shovel, and then if I have an axe I put that next. We will also take with us a bow and some arrows because they are always useful. And we want lots of torches. And sticks, because we can use them for building replacement tools and for making more torches. And we need lots of food because food is not available underground, so we want to make sure we bring food along in case we get hurt or just that we get hungry so that we've got something to eat. You got to bring food along, otherwise potentially you'll be in trouble. And we want to bring some wood along so if we need to make more sticks, we can. And a crafting table. You might think, why would I bring a crafting table with me underground? Well, it gives you the options of making replacement tools and stuff along those lines. See, without a crafting table, here are our options for things that we can make. See, no useful tools. But with a crafting table, we have all the tools and everything else that we can make, so we can make extra tools if our pickaxe breaks, etc. while we're underground, or our sword. Okay, cobblestone and coal. Both very useful. We can use the cobblestone for making replacement tools and coal for making more torches, but we don't need to bring either of them with us because we can get both of them underground. Water is also useful to bring along because you could use it for putting, or in case you encounter lava. And milk is very important because if you run into a witch, you could get poisoned and the milk will stop the poison. Now, realistically, it's likely you won't have milk when you first go exploring underground, but I don't want to die, so I'm going to bring some with me just in case I run into a witch. Now it's almost nighttime, so let's set the day to daytime and then we will go exploring. Alright, let's go. And remember to close your door because you don't want to come back and find zombies in your living room. That is never fun. I've explored most of the caves that are close to my place, so we'll have to take a bit of a trip here. I went out exploring the other night to find a cave that we could go exploring that I hadn't been in before. So this is the way we're headed. Oh, hello, Mr. Cow. How are you today? Moo, moo, moo. And we will just head up here, and we're heading towards the coast because I found a cave out by the coast the other day. We're almost there. The cave is just over by that big blue lagoon over there. Well, I got hungry on the way over here, so let's have some bread. Yum, 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 yum. That's better. Good to be full before you go exploring underground. This is the cave that I found that we'll go exploring in. So first thing is to collect a little bit of cobblestone so that you've got it in case you need it for making any replacement pickaxes or for marking where you've been. Put down some torches so we can see. Oh, there's a big hole there. Try not to fall down in there. You can encounter some very deep caverns in caves and could easily fall and die, so be aware while you're underground. Oh, here's some iron for us to mine. Oh, zombie. Let's get him. Ow! Hiya. Get him. There we go. Alright. Need some more bread since I got hurt there. Yum, 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 yum. That's better. Oh, another zombie. He can't get us from down there, so we're okay for now. But we will probably wind up running into him later. Wow, with all that zombie noise going on, it's a good thing I ate some bread, otherwise I thought I was still hungry, but it's just a zombie creeping around. Alright, so we'll fill in this hole over here so it's easier for us to not fall down there. There we go. Oh, hello, Mr. Bat. And then I like to make cobblestone markers like this with one torch on the direction that points to the fastest way out of the cave and another one on top just to give us some extra light. That way you can, whenever I encounter one of my markers, I know, oh, that's the direction to get out. And we found some coal. You should never mine directly above yourself underground because you could cause a cave-in and suffocate. So try to never mine directly above yourself. Looks like we found a nice little coal deposit here, which will be very useful if we need more torches or for our furnace later when we're smelting our iron. This turned out to be quite the little coal deposit there, quite a bit of it, so that's handy. few torches here. Nope, some falling sand, so you gotta... Oh, there's a zombie. That's a weird situation where he's stuck behind a wall like that with a narrow opening, which is very advantageous for us. So because he's stuck back there, it's easy for us just to walk up and hit him a few times, and he can't get at us unless we get too close to him. So let's get him. Oh, see, you still got to be careful though. You can still wind up getting too close to him and him winding up hitting you anyways. But we got him. Alright, I'll leave another marker here so we know which direction to go, the safest way to get out. And so I'll put a torch on the side that points to the direction to get out. And another one on top. Now there's some gravel falling here, so you have to be careful because if you hit it with your shovel, it'll collapse in on you and then you could suffocate. So, gotta get out of the way. Shovels are more efficient for mining sand and gravel and dirt, faster than using a pickaxe, and you can mine gravel to find flint and use the flint for making arrows. Alright, let's see what's over here where that zombie was. Just build a little staircase here so we can use that for getting out later. No, hello zombie. Let's get him. That takes care of that, no problem. Okay, so say you've been hurt and you need some time to heal. One thing you can do is build yourself a enclosure and seal yourself in so you've got time to heal and nobody can attack you while you're in there. So let's build an example of that here. It doesn't have to be anything big, just something that you can go into and get enclosed. Oh, zombie snuck up on me. Got him. Alright, well that actually worked out conveniently for what I was trying to show you. So then you would just finish building this in like this. And close it off. Oh, some bats are in here. Get out, bat. Close it in and then put a torch. And then you can just stay in here until you have time to heal, eat some food, and then you could even mine off in a different direction if there was a bunch of creepers or zombies or skeletons that were trying to get you. And then you can just leave it and come back to it later if you need it. When I first started exploring caves, I used to leave torches like all over the place, and the benefit of that is it lit everything up, but the negative side of that is it doesn't really give you any indication of which direction you need to go to get to safety, or it can be very confusing if you've already been in that area and you're heading to another area, or were you just in that area, because everything starts looking the same. That's why it's really important when you wind up leaving torches all over the place to do them with markers so you know which direction to go. You see, I've left torches all over the place. Okay, fine, it's really bright in here, but it doesn't really tell you, oh, this is the direction I need to go to get out. It just makes it that it's all lit up and you can't really tell anything further. So I suggest that you place torches strategically and use markers that tell you which direction to go to get out and which direction it is that is the safest way or the easiest route to the surface. When I'm exploring and I wind up finding a dead end like this, I like to close it in so I don't waste time exploring there again. That was just a small area, but sometimes you'll wind up going down a long tunnel that doesn't actually lead to anything, and so I close it off so I don't bother wasting time going down there again. I'll just collect some of these torches that I threw around just so that everybody could see my example of putting torches all over the place and how it doesn't really help you know which way you're going. I'm just going to jump ahead here. I had already explored inside of here and it turned out to just be a dead end, so I'm just going to close it in like this, and then we'll move on to exploring someplace else. See, here's a good example of how corridors and tunnels underground can all look the same. It can be really easy to get confused, different levels, which way is the way to get out, and if you just throw torches everywhere, then how are you to know what areas you've been in and which areas are leading the way out? So that's why it's good to use the markers, because they tell you which direction to go. Here's some more iron. If you want to go mining for diamonds or gold, you have to get really deep, so you're going to have to go close to bedrock, because diamonds usually only occur very, very deep underground. I'm going to do a jump ahead here because for the next little bit I just did some more exploring, placing markers, and did a bit of mining, and I don't think you'll find that all that interesting, so we'll just jump ahead to the next part. Like we mentioned earlier, as you can see here, if you don't wind up putting up markers to show you what direction is the way out, it's very easy to get lost since all the tunnels seem to look the same, and if you haven't changed anything about them, they all just sort of blend together and you're not sure which direction you're supposed to head. But if you've got the markers put in place, then you can use them to tell you which direction to head to get out. But if we follow our markers in the direction that they're pointing, it's easy for me to see that I need to go this direction and turn around and go up here. Then I go up the stairs, and here's another marker, and there you go, and that's the way out. Wow, this is a pretty cool looking cave structure. Let's see what's up here. Whoa, that was close. There can be some very deep holes in caves, and if you step into them, you are going to die if there's not water at the bottom of them, so you got to be careful when you're exploring. Ah, so much for that pickaxe. See, here is the benefit of having a crafting table with you and sticks. You can make yourself more tools every time you break them, and then you'll never get stuck underground because you can always dig your way out. Oh, sounds like there's a zombie around here. Let's get ready for him. Oh, there he is. Ah! Yeah! Got him. See, this is one of those spots which was a good place to fight him because I had a strategic advantage. He had to jump on top of there before he could get me, so it was easy for me to kill him. Oh, there's another zombie way in the distance. I like to put torches up around deep holes like this just so that when I come around to them again I know where they are so I don't get surprised by them and fall down the hole. And if you want to be close to the edge, or you are close to the edge, if you crouch then you can't fall off unless you're hit by something, and that way you don't have to worry about falling down the hole. Looks like we ran out of torches. Alright, so let's make some more. Get out the crafting table and put it down. And then since we have wood and sticks and we found coal, we can make endless amounts of torches so we'll never get lost in the dark. Okay, so let's say that you're injured or you are really deep in the cave and you don't know how to get out, or you decide it's just time to get out of the cave and you don't want to go all the way back to the beginning. As long as you've got a crafting table and tools, you can dig your way out no matter where you are. If you're hurt and say you're running out of food, you can also close in the tunnel behind you so nobody can sneak up behind you. And just dig your way to the surface. And there you go, we're back on the surface, and look at that, it's nighttime. Time to get home. I like to leave torches around openings to tunnels like this, so it's easy for me to find them again later. Oh, and look at that, there is my tower to the sky in the distance, which is right beside my home, so I can find it from pretty much anywhere. Oh, look at that. There is an Enderman standing over there. Normally, I wouldn't be worried about an Enderman since I've got my enchanted armor and my enchanted sword, but since at the moment I am wearing leather armor and only have stone weapons, it would not be a good idea for me to take him on. Oh, and there is a creeper, so we gotta get away from him too. Give him a whack and let him explode. Bye-bye, creeper. Boom. Nice big hole. Since I'm just on my way home now, I am just going to jump ahead and skip the trip back home. And there is my lovely home. Oh, and a skeleton. Let's get him. Ha! We got the jump on him, so he didn't have a chance to shoot us with too many arrows, and he's dead. But he did get me once there. Actually, he got me a couple of times, so we're going to need to eat some food. Yum, 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 yum. Ah, that's better. Now, let's head for home. This is my lake, and there is my underwater viewing area. And there, you see the jack-o'-lantern under there? If you place a jack-o'-lantern or any object in water where it's flowing downward, it can create a vacuum underneath it, a space, and then if you go in there, you can actually stand underneath it and breathe underwater. And this is one way that you can eat bread underwater and not have it get soaking wet. Well, that's going to be about the end of the video for tonight, and if you follow those techniques, you should be able to explore underground without dying, and hopefully without getting lost. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like the video, and please subscribe. See you again soon. Bye!